Hello all, this is Sarthi Seni and IT Kharagpur, and we are presenting this lectures from Withoutpen. So we were on our first chapter, the sixth standard, and we have completed the two exercises. Now we are starting our third exercise. So this third exercise is about estimation. So do you understand the meaning of estimation? So the meaning of estimation is we actually approximate the things according to our convenience so that it becomes easy, right? Suppose in this train so many people are going inside, right? And at the same time some people will leaving also, isn't it? When the next station will come, some will leave and some will enter. So this process goes on. So we cannot say exactly that how many people are in the train, but we can always approximate. We can say on an average in a day, let's say 1000 people enters, and suppose some 600 people leaves, like that. So on an average, okay, there are 400 people will be in this train, right? Like that we can say 400 or somewhat something like approximate. This is just approximation, okay? Now in your home, suppose some guests are there, right? And there is a big celebration going on. The first thing, what will you do? You will roughly guess that how many guests are there, or how may come, or how many will visit. So you just one day you just guess, mom, I think 10 to 12 people will be there, or 10 to 15 people will come. So your mom approximate as 14 and she makes the food or arrange the party, like that. So we do these kind of approximation in our home. Sometimes we do like this also. Suppose there is here it is a flag, and if I say round it to the nearest 10. So here the things you need to understand. See, if it's 267, okay, the nearest 10 will be 270. If it's 15, the nearest 10 will be 20. If it's 14, the nearest 10 will be 10. For 5, we always take the maximum, right? And suppose if I say 16, it will be 20. In this way, if I say what is the approximate value of 267, rounding off to the tens, it will be 270, right? Because 267 is nearer to 270. And I have told it to round it off by 10. And the round of 263 will be 260. Because 270 is far away than this 260. Isn't it? That's why 263's approximation will be 260. 261's approximation will be 260. 269's approximation will be 270. Like that. Okay? Okay. So this was the introduction of your third exercise. Now let me open some of the examples. Okay. So in this he's saying, please round off this flag. So this flag is at 17 and I'm rounding it off at nearest tens. So it will be 20. Right? And nearest 10 for the 16 will be 20. 15 also 20. But 14 will be 10. Right? Because for 20 it is far away. For 13 also nearest approximation will be 10. 12 also, 11 also. Like that. Okay. So round these numbers to the nearest 10. For 28 it will be 30. 32 it will be 30. 52 it will be 50. Right? 41 it will be 40. 39 it will be 40. Okay, like that you need to approximate. 48, what will be the nearest? I cannot write 40, right? It has to be 50, right? Because 40 will be, if I see this 8, it's far away from tens, right? That's why. For 64 it will be, whether it will be in between 60 to 70, right? Because it's a 4, so I will approximate as 60. I will approximate it as 60, right? And if it is 59, it will be definitely in between 50 to 60. So I will approximate it as 60. If it is 99, the approximation will be 100. If it is 215, the approximation will be 200. Sorry, it is a 15, so it will be 20. Because we need to approximate the it as the by the 10. 1453, the approximation will be 143. I will have 53. I will have to take it as 50. 1450. For 293, because I am just changing the tens, okay, tens digit. 2936, the approximate will be 2940, like that. Okay, so let's move ahead. Okay, here are some more of the examples. You can see now there is a change. He is approximating it to the nearest hundredths. Earlier we have changed the last digit only, right? If it is 39, I will write it as 40, right? Because it's the nearest 10. But now in this here he is asking us to round it off to the nearest hundredths. So I will not change 41. I will change these 3 digits, right? This 841 number will be in between 800 to 900. Now I'll write like this, 800 to 900, because it's a 41. It will definitely be nearer to 800 than 900. And which number will be in between of this? That will be 850. If it's 850, it will be 900. After greater than 850, all will be 900. But less than 850, it will be 800. That's why it is 800, right? 9537, right? So 537, because he is asking us to change only the hundreds place, so I will not see 9. I will only see these 3. So it will be, this number will be in between 500 to 600, right? And the number which will be in mid is 550. So 537 is less than 550. So it will definitely be rounded off to 500. And 9 I will write it as it is. 49730, so I'll see the last 3 digits. 730, 750, it's less than 750, so I'll write it as 49700. If it's 2546, so as it is greater than 2500, definitely it will be it will round it off to 2500. Okay, it's 286. So this number will be in between 200 to 300. As it is greater than 250, so I'll write it as 300. Sorry, here they have made a mistake. It will be 300. Okay. Now 5750. So it's this number should come in between 700 to 800. But as it is exactly 750, so I'll write it as 800. So it will be 5800. 168, this number will be in between 100 to 200. As it is greater than 150, so I'll write it as 200. 149, it will be in between 100 to 200, right? But this 149 is less than 150, so I'll take the 100. It is 9870. This number will be in between 9800 to 9900, right? So as this number is less than greater than 850, right? So it will be 9. They have made here mistakes in the examples, right? They should not make these kind of mistakes. Okay, you can correct it, no problem. Now they have given some of the examples in which they are asking us to change it to the approximated to the nearest tens, nearest hundreds, nearest thousands, and nearest 10,000, like that they are saying. Okay, if they are saying to nearest tens, so we will only see the last 2 digits. So as it is 47, right? So this number will be in between 40 to 50, right? If this number is in between 40 to 50, I will take the 450 as 45 as mid, but this 47 is greater than 45, so I'll write it as 50. So the round of this will be 75850. Now they are asking us to take approximate it to nearest hundreds. So I'll have to take these 3 digits. Okay, so 75847. So this number will definitely be in between 800 to 900, and if it is greater than 850, I'll write it as 900. If it is less than 850, I'll write it as 800. As they have written it as 847, definitely it is less than 850. So what will I write? I'll write as 800. Now here they have taken 75847. Okay, so they are asking us to round it off to the nearest 1000. So what will I do? I'll take the 4 digits. Now let's write it here, 5847. So this number will be in between 5000 to 6000. If it is less than 5500, I will termed it as 5000. If it is greater than 5500, I'll termed it as 6000. As we can say it's greater than 500, so we'll take approximate it as to the nearest integer, which is the greatest integer, 6000. Now they are asking about 10,000. 75847. So I'll have to take the whole number, right? So for that, it's a 75840, right? So let's take the number from 1 to 10,000. So which will come nearer? The 5000 will come in mid. So the greater than 5000 will be 10,000, and less than 5000 will be 1. So as it is greater than 10,000, so I'll have to write it as 10,000 in this way. Okay. Okay, so let's move ahead. Okay, here are some of the examples of different kind of questions that comes under the same topic. Okay, to estimate sum or difference. Okay, how do we estimate the sum or the difference? See, we can approximate the numbers that we have understood, right? That we have understood. We can approximate it to the nearest 10, to the nearest 100, to the nearest 1000, to the nearest 10,000 also. In order to approximate it to the nearest 10, we only take the last 2 digits. For hundreds, we'll take the last 3 digits. For 1000, we take the last 4 digits. For 10,000, we take the 5 digits. In this way, we actually try to change it. Sorry, last 4 digit. In this, it will be last 4 digit. Okay. So we need to approximate the sum or difference. For approximating the sum, let's take first the example of sum only. For approximating the sum, we do in a way, we first approximate the number itself individually. Okay, so the largest number among these is 17,986. Let's approximate it to the nearest 1000. Right, we actually round it off in a way that we take the maximum value. Right, we take the maximum value first and then the smallest value, and then we actually see that what are the numbers which are common. So let's see these 3 digits and these 3 digits are same, right? So in this way we approximate. Okay, so 17,986, if I approximate it to the nearest 1000, in order to approximate it to the nearest 1000, I'll take the last 4 digits. So if I'll take the last 4 digits, the number will be in between, we can say either it can be the number will be in between 7000 to 8000, right? So as 17,986, so if it is it is 986, so it is greater than 17500, so definitely I'll have to take the maximum, which is 8000, and 1 is already there, so I'll have to write it as 18,000. For 5290, round off will be, this number will be in between 5000 to 6000. The number whichever will be less than 5500 will come in this category, and which is greater than this number will come in this category. So we'll take it as 5500, sorry, it is less than 5500, so I'll take it as 5000. So once we'll add it, we'll get some answer. So this is the actually approximate answer of the sum of these two, right? Once you will try to solve it, no, you will get definitely some answers. Once you will approximate that number to the nearest 1000, you will get definitely this. You can check it by yourself. Okay, now let's try to do this. So this we have approximated for sum, the same we'll do it for difference also, as it is 5730. So I'll approximate the last 3 because it's the maximum number and this is the smallest number. So the maximum number is 6730. So if the number is less than 5500, I'll take it as 5000. If it is greater than 5500, I'll take it as 6000. So you can see this number is greater than actually 5500, so I'll take it as 6000. But what about this? This number is actually, this is not qualifying to round it off to the nearest 1000. Suppose if it would have been like this 1 2 2 3, so I might have round it off as 1000, but actually it is less than 1000. If it is less than 1000 and I am rounding it off to the nearest 1000, so 1000 less than 1000 will always be 0. Less than 1000 will always be 0. In this way, if I'll approximate, I'll get it as 6000. So let's move ahead. Okay, here's one more example of the difference itself. The number is this one, 5673. So once I'll approximate it, so 673 to the greatest integer will be 7000, and 436. So they are actually rounding it off to the nearest tens. So last time we have rounded off to the nearest 1000, that's why I had to omit this 3 digit, but now here we are only approximating it to the nearest tens. If it is nearest tens, sorry, nearest hundreds, we are approximating it to the nearest hundreds. So 5673 will become 5700 and 436 will become 400, right? Because in order to make this approximation to the nearest 100, we actually take only 3 digits. So 673 will become 700 and 436 will become 400, and once you will subtract it, you will get some approximate answer. So you can see this definition: round off each factor to its greatest place, then multiply the round off factors, right? So we actually do these multiplication now. So suppose if I say 19 into 78, what is the approximate multiplication of these two? You will take the nearest tens of this 19, which will be 20, and nearest tens of this 78 will be 80, and you will immediately multiply them and you will say, ma'am, this is 1600. So this is the approximate multiplication of these two. Once you will actually multiply it and you will get some answer, and you will take the approximate of that number, you will get this one number itself. Okay, these are some of the examples. You can try at home. I'll do one. So 87, let's try to approximate it to the nearest tens only. So 87 will be approximated as 90. So I am only asking to approximate the tens, that means we'll take the last two digits. So 1 3 will become 1 0 only, it will be 310. So once you will multiply, you will get some answer. In this way, in same way, this will be 0 into, if it will be approximated as nearest tens, then this 9 will definitely be 0. And for nearest, suppose I approximate as nearest tens, so it will be 900, this will be 900 and this will be 800. And if you will approximate it as nearest tens, then it will be, then still it will be 900 and this will be 790. Okay, this number will be 960 and this number will be 390. Okay, okay, so here we start with our exercise. This is the first question of our exercise. Estimate each of the following using general rule. Okay, make it, sorry, this is the second part of the question. In this 730, we need to add it 998. Okay, let's try to approximate this as by nearest 10 only. If it is 730, this will become 730 only. And if it is 998, this will be approximated as 1000. And once you will solve it, you will get something like this. Let's do this one. Second one, 796 minus 314. Okay, so this 796 will become 800 and this 314 will become 300, and then you can subtract it, you will get 500. Okay, for this third one, as the number is actually very big, so let's try to approximate it by, so let's say if I approximated it by hundreds only, so this will be 12904 will be approximated as 13,000 and this 2888 will be approximated as 3000. So in this way you can do it. So actually some, okay, so 1360, and this one, the last one, it's 2829221,496. Let's try to approximate it by thousands because we have enough digits, right? So once we'll do that, this 8292 will become actually 9, sorry, it's a 2, no, so it's less than 8500, so it will be 8000 only. So this will become 28000 and this will become 21496. So as it is less than 500, so I will write it as 1000 only. So in this way, once you will solve it, you will get the answer. So you can make some number like that by yourself and you can try it at home. Okay, okay, so we'll do now the last question of today, then we'll do the rest of the question in the next part. In this question he is saying, give a rough estimate and also closer estimate by rounding off to the nearest tens. So they are actually doing the same things as we have done so far. Okay, let's try to approximate it as to the nearest, let's say I'll approximate it to the nearest 100. Okay, let's approximate it to the nearest hundreds. That would work. As it is 439, which is less than 450, so I'll write it as 400. It's 334 which is less than 350, so I'll write it as 300. It's 4317 which is less than 4500, so I'll write it as 4000 only. Sorry, we are approximating it to the nearest 100, so I'll take it as 300 in this way. And once you can add it and you will get the answer. Okay, so these are some of the more examples. So let's say this B 184,108,734,47599. So once we'll subtract it, we can approximate it as actually to the nearest 1000. Let's approximate it to the nearest 1000. So it's 8730 which is actually greater than 8500, so I'll write it as 9000. And it's 47599 which is actually greater than 45000, so I'll take it as 5000. Okay, we are approximating it to the nearest 1000, so I'll approximate only these last 4 digits. So as it is greater than 5000, so I'll write it as one more, which will be actually 10,000. So this number will definitely increase, it will become 5, and these all will be zeros. And now you can solve it. Okay, so likewise you can do these two also. So let me do this one also, the C1. It's 8325 and this is 491. So 8325 will be approximated as, let's say, 8000, and this 491 will anyway will be 0 because I am approximating it to the nearest 1000. Okay, let's do this D also. It's 489348 and this is 48365. Let's approximate it the last 4 digits, these, as it is 9348 which is greater than 5 on this place, so I'll have to increase this number by 1, so it will become 49 and then last 4 zeros, and it's 48365 which is greater than 45, right? So we'll write it as 49. Okay, we are approximating actually the last 5 digits, right? So I'll have to take whole, so this will definitely then in that case will become 0 because it's less than 5, right? We actually see only the first digits. If the we are approximating it in a way it is greater than 5, so I'll write it as the maximum out of this, and if it is less than 5 I'll round it off as this, and then you can solve it. Okay, so rest of the questions we'll do in the next class. Okay, thank you so much.